Hey there, Soulshine. I figured out a way. I don't like having this in front, but I figured out a way to have this sitting up while I'm in the car here. So, one of the things that I want to do on this channel is start actually doing group healings for people. It's an opportunity for me to practice my practice, an opportunity for me to give back to my followers. And so what I will do is tune into the energy. I will, if I feel prompted to do a specific area, like say if we want to work on money or our homes or our health or whatever, I will ask you to bring up something in your area, that area. If it's general, it's just whatever's on your mind. I will tune into the energy in a way that every time you watch this video, you can get, you can work on another area or you can get another layer, so that it's not just you watch this once and that's it. You can come back and watch it again. And so that is what I'm doing. And today I'm just going to do a general whatever comes up for everybody. So just kind of think of an area in your life that you would like to have some clearing around. And then I will tune into whatever energy is coming up and presenting itself. How it works for me is I will sometimes hear things. I will sometimes be reminded of things. Sometimes things will happen around and I will notice it and think, how does that apply to the situation? An example of that is the other day I was doing a session with somebody and the concept or the phone connection wasn't working and it was kind of like this echoing thing, and I was like, does echoing apply? And it totally brought in how this whole echoing concept applied in her home, because that's what we were working on. It was interesting, it was fascinating, and it was just this taking this aspect that was happening in the situation where we were having a connection problem because of echoes, and how did that apply to this session. So I mean, I had a session where I saw a cat, and the thing that came to mind with the cat was a Stephen King thing where the cat would take the breath, and it turned out that he was having a problem, like when he thought about that area of his life, he has a problem breathing. So it was about all interesting how it all connects together. So I'll use all that information. Sometimes I get pictures in my mind, just all kinds of things, and I tune into those and ask questions about those and clear the energy out. And sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's complicated. It's just what it is. So first off, I'm going to connect to the energy myself, make sure that I am grounded, and the grounding technique that I'm going to use today is where I imagine a ball of energy in my center and I take it up to the divine. I take it as far as I need to feel like I'm connecting to the right energy. It's an energy of ultimate truth and ultimate source and ultimate love, and it's incredible. So I'm going to do that really quick. And I know it'll be quick because I did it earlier today, so I could not have disconnected that much with what's gone on today. Sometimes it's really fun. I get these little words of encouragement, like as I'm connecting to the energy and bringing it down into my body, I'm hearing, you're going to do great. I was like, oh, thanks. So imagine this light coming down into my body and filling my whole body. After I go up and connect, I bring it back down in. And then I've started when I go down into the earth, connecting into the energy of all the chakras going down, starting at the top. I find that I actually ground much better when I actually focus on grounding each of the chakras. So I imagine it coming down from the crown and going down through each chakra, grounding, descending that grounding cord down all the way into the earth. It helps with the connections. And then when I get deep into the earth, I imagine, and to me, what I see deep in the earth is a bright light. I've heard other people see light of different colors, but to me, it's a bright, very supportive energy that I pull up into my body and allow it to fill my entire body. And then I expend my energy out as far as I can into the universe. It feels incredible for me to do that. And then I return my awareness to here and allow myself to receive energy from the world around me. So now that I've connected, and I'm not going to always walk you through that process when I do this. Because this is my first one, I want to kind of give you an idea of how I connect. I'm now going to set the intention that everybody, including myself, that watches this video will receive the healing no matter how many times they watch the video. That I will tune into the energy of every time that somebody will watch this video. And everybody that will watch this video, so that I can just pull in all of that group energy for whatever intentions you guys are setting, and the intentions that I'll set when I watch it, so that all that energy will come up and we can address it. And the first thing that's coming up is fear. A fear of how things will, what this will do, like how much will this change, will I be able to handle the changes? And there's also some doubt that this will even work, doubt about energy work, doubt about me and my abilities. Okay, and I'm just going to clear that now. I'm going to bring in the energy of hope. We're going to download it from the highest truths. For me, that's God. Whatever holds the highest truths for you, that's where we're going to download that truth from. And it's going to be the truth of hope. What hope actually looks like, how it feels to have hope. We're going to imprint and create this energy in our entire being, in all our aspects of us. We're going to, in all of our cells, the space between our cells, the space around us, every dimension that we live in, every reality that we experience, we're going to download it into our past as well as our future and into our present. And along with the hope comes a glimmer of love. And the amazing thing about love is that it expands and grows. So as it comes in, this little glimmer will come in with it, and then it will grow with wherever it is blended. Okay, so I'm seeing in my mind's eye a little child. I've seen two children, one swinging on a swing and the other's like jumping. There's frustration in the jumping. Not a tantrum per se, but it's kind of like, I just can't get it right. I'm trying to jump this way and I'm not jumping the way I need to. I just can't get it right. And so some of you might be feeling that, and some of you might be just like swinging on the swings, like trying to be oblivious to everything going on around you. And I'm getting that both energies are happening, and they may be happening in you at the same time. And it is an inner child energy that is being triggered. This fear of not being able to get it right. This, like, I don't even want to deal with it, so I'm just going to swing here on the swing. And also the thoughts of COVID, like some of you may have brought up intentions concerning the coronavirus and COVID, and that some of you may be feeling the frustration, some of you may be feeling that need to avoid, and some of you may be feeling a combination of both. And this is also giving me a headache. That applies because the problems that you've brought to this, they're stressing you out. Sometimes they give you a headache. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to deal with it. It's giving me a headache. What I love about that is a headache left. Acknowledging it, that headache came in for a reason. That's why I'm telling you I use different things that come in. When I ask in my mind's eye if we need, if we can clear it, what is coming is that yes, but we also need to bring in some teachings. So we'll clear the energy. I'm going to clear the frustration, clear the avoidance, clear the headaches. giving teachings to the inner child, how to take life one breath at a time, one moment at a time. Kind of the ability to pause and see how things need to shift just a little in order to get it right, which would take care of that frustration that I saw. It's like if I could pause and just evaluate, what do I need to do differently? So there's going to be teachings about that. Teachings about how to ground and let that energy just flow out. And teachings about how to connect with what's going on without allowing it to overwhelm. It's about being peace in the situation, not avoiding it because we try to avoid it because it's a false evidence of peace. We're frustrated with it, which is not peace. So we really are looking for peace in this situation, with this problem that we're dealing with the intention that you brought up for this session. You're looking for peace. So let's give you peace. Download peace from the highest truth of peace. I see peace coming into your body as a ball of light, but it's very soft ball of light. It's very soft energy. It's comfortable energy. It's soothing energy. It's got flow to it. And I'll just allow that, and you can even imagine it coming in if you want to, or you can just sit here and listen. It's okay. Either way, it's okay. You can just imagine that filling your body, that just peace coming in and settling your mind and settling that headache about what's going on. And you can take some deep breaths and breathe in peace. And if you want to flow your arms like I was, you can totally do that. It just helps us to remember we're flowing here. That thought now that's coming to mind is encapsulate this with light. We need to bring in and encapsulate ourselves with light. This is not a shield necessarily. If you want to think of it as a shield, you can. But it's kind of a, let's hold this all in gently. We're not holding on to it tightly. We're just gently allowing this to just settle and it's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on for a little while. You put a Band-Aid on a wound just to protect it while it's healing. So we're encasing this in a bubble of energy to kind of protect the energy while the energy is settling and healing. And if the bubble it no longer is needed, then the bubble will it will dissipate on its own. But it's here to keep the healing coming in, keep the peace coming in until it's done the healing that it needs to do. So that's what this is about. It's not a shield to protect you. It's not to create like a harsh boundary. It's to protect you while you're healing. And I say that because I don't believe shields are always the answer. Sometimes it's expanding in light, and sometimes you need a shield, and it's circumstantial. But for this situation, this is almost a blanket of protection while you're accepting this healing. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do is ground this healing in. The first thing that you get to do is say, verbally if you can, but in your mind's eye in your thoughts at least, I am receiving this healing fully and completely. I am receiving this into every aspect of my being. I am receiving this into every cell in my body and into the area around my body. I am receiving. I allow myself receive. I give myself permission to receive. If there is any part of me that does not want to receive, I give that part of me permission to refuse. And take a deep breath in. And one more time, I am receiving this energy. Sometimes when we give something permission to refuse, that's all it needed. And then it's like, oh, well, actually, I want to receive. It just wanted that permission to say no. So we give ourselves permission. And sometimes we're not ready for it in that area, and that's okay. So we're giving ourselves permission to receive or reject according to where we're at. Now imagine that you have a cord coming from your crown chakra from the very top of your head, and it's going to go straight down through each chakra, and it's just going to connect in and allow that energy to flow wherever it needs to flow, up or down. And that connection is going to go all the way down, straight down through your body. Don't worry about it going down through your legs. If the energy needs to go down through your legs, it will. But we're going to take that energy and that cord, and we're going to take it deep, deep into the earth. As far as into the earth as you can go. If you can get it into the center, that's awesome. If it doesn't want to, that's okay too. Go as far as you can, and allow any heavy energy that is in your system to just drain off and go flow down that cord and into the earth. And when it's done flowing, we'll let it wait for a minute till it is done flowing. Okay, and we're going to pull up light from the earth. The earth is so excited to support you in this, and so you're going to pull that light up from the earth. It's a pure light. It's just going to come up through that cord and fill your whole body. And you don't have to see it. You don't have to know it's happening. It's just happening, and it's just going to fill your whole body. If you want to feel it and notice it or see it coming into your body, you can. The earth is just going to send it up, and you're going to be fully grounded. And we're going to similarly take a cord from your root chakra, which sits at the base of your spine. And then we're going to take a cord up from that chakra, and we're going to go straight up through every chakra and go out. So they are crossing each other. And we're going to take that cord, and it's probably the same cord, but for visualization purposes, we're going to not worry about that part. We're going to take that all the way up and straight out of the top of your head through the crown chakra, up as high as you can into the universe, up into the presence of God or the divine or the source of all energy. Wherever feels right for you to go to, you're going to take that energy up. And we have some concern about disturbances, as I have people coming near me right now, and there's a message delivery. There's a FedEx truck going by. So what does that imply? We have a message to receive, and the disturbances is not a disturbance. That's a perception. You may have things that are happening right now, but it's somebody wanting to come in and to contribute to us. So what message do we have? You are loved, and you are love. You are made of love. You have so much to give this world. Trust that. Trust that you are needed, that you are wanted, that you do contribute. Everything that you do somehow contributes. Whether it's a learning experience for someone or yourself, or whether it's a blessing experience for someone, everything you do has some